Welcome back. We're all ready to go with session 2, but before we do, I'm just going to do a little recap just to kind of refresh everybody on what happened last time. So you guys all found yourself in Riddleport. We met Lou, an action-chasing gnome with a heart of gold, looking for a job and for her next big adventure. We met Rinri, a rather shy and secretive girl of just 16, trying her best to remain unseen, but finding herself drawn to the strange people and things she's been seeing from her little corner in the shadows. Then we met Omi, a devilishly handsome, charming young man who seems to be interested in finding out some answers about the blot and also winning the hearts of all the children and elderly citizens about town while he does it. And finally, we were introduced to Invernius, a man in his 50s, is it?
Yeah, late 50s.
Late 50s, but who possesses the knowledge and wisdom of someone much more ancient. Staying at the very exclusive Cipher Lodge, he is hemorrhaging coin and looking to join, and he is not afraid to get physical to defend what he believes in. I gave you guys some time to see your way around town, and eventually you all made your way to the Gold Goblin for the tournament. Did a little quick gambling to start out before it actually started. And then we had some Bounder, some Chuck-a-Luck, some Klondike. And as luck has it so far, Invernius is the chip leader at about 156 gold eyes. I'm sorry, that's silver. 156 silver teeth. Gold would be insane.
150 gold.
But just as he was really getting some good momentum going, you all noticed the guy across the table get up and go to the bathroom. But he and Rinri felt a little something more, thought something else was going on. There was a little bit more to it, and just noticed that he went into the bathroom, and everybody at the table kind of got tense, and the main lady at the table, you can see her in the picture, has her little guitar there, or sitar, or whatever the heck that is. She spilled some chips, and everybody closed their eyes and seems to be anticipating something. And they also saw Rinri and Invernius with their immaculate perception. They saw that guy that was in the bathroom kind of peeking through the crack of the door, peeking out at the table, and in his hand he had a little scroll, it seems like, a little scrap of paper, and his mouth starts to move. And then I had you guys all roll initiative. So let me go to my initiative tracker. I've got Invernius first in his wisdom. Anything you'd like to do? You're not sure if there's a threat. You just see this guy in the bathroom. Something's weird. Those guys are anticipating something at the table. Not sure what.
So,
he's reading the instructions on how to use the toilet.
So I believe I saw it, and I noticed Rinri as well looking over there.
Yeah, yep, Rinri saw it too.
Okay, so I think he's going to motion maybe to Rinri, get her attention, and something a little fishy about that man in the bathroom.
I thought it smells fishy too.
Yes, I'm afraid this is a bit more serious than that.
A great time to joke.
This is a free action. I only have about 6 seconds.
Yeah, my eyes were there too.
Alright,
I saw that.
These guys across from you at the table are real tense too, kind of closing their eyes.
Follow my lead. And
I don't really know you.
very well. There you go.
Okay.
Go, get ready to follow.
Okay, here we go.
Do either one of you want to call alert to anybody else, or you want to keep it cool and see kind of what's going on first?
I don't just yet. We're gonna get like a rounds of actions.
Yeah, there's a surprise round, so you're in that, being that you rolled so high.
So I want to. I don't know if it counts just as like looking while I'm trying to do anything else, like an Arcana type check perception to see if he's doing anything magic related. If it looks like he's casting a scroll, if I can tell.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Should be pretty easy. Arcana's fine. Yeah, I give you a DC 15.
Okay, 9 plus. I think that's a 16. So.
Okay. Yep. He's definitely got a scroll. It's definitely a scroll, and you can recognize just in the manner that his lips are moving, and he's doing something with his hands. He's reading that scroll.
Scroll of past
He's
vowels.
preparing to.
All right.
Mister.
He's preparing to do something with that
So I'm
scroll.
gonna. Yes.
I think he's doing something more than using the bathroom.
Yes, you're very perceptive. I'm on it. So I'm going to do a little cast myself. Long Strider. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast that on myself.
All right.
Recognize and magical mana. That boosts 10 foot bonus to my speed for an hour. Just so you know
Okay.
as well.
All right. Yeah, man. That should last you.
I'm gonna start
A whole hour.
striding toward. Yeah, so well, you know, that's the spell. I'll go 30 feet, and then all he does, he's gonna kind of call out to the bathroom because we can still see him.
Yeah, you see him through the crack. He's kind of like.
I'm gonna call like, good show, old man. Bringing your own parchment to the bathroom. Good two-ply. I'm sure I can appreciate that. But maybe, perhaps close the door. Or don't be so strange about it. And I'm gonna start making my way over there.
Okay.
That's my turn. I believe one strike is 2 action.
All right. As a free action, he hears you obviously, and you notice that he's very concentrated, and he doesn't even look up, doesn't laugh at the joke, doesn't say anything. He's just very into what he's doing right now. A little bead of sweat starting to drip down his forehead.
I turn back to Rinri like, that was a surefire joke. He must be doing something very busy.
I don't know why he didn't laugh.
No reason he wouldn't laugh at that. Anyways, your turn.
It is, in fact, Rinri's turn. So how far did you get? I didn't even look on the. Okay, I see where you're at. I see where you're at. Cool. Rinri, what do you got?
Okay, so I moved with Invenius, right? I mean, so.
Well, no, you got it. It's all simultaneous.
Yeah,
you got
that
to
was
take a
my
move action.
So you can take your actions.
So I mean, I moved with him. I only can go 25 feet.
Okay. You want me to move you?
Yeah.
So man still got the moves.
So one action for moving, and what else you got?
I'm gonna. How close to the door am I?
You're 50 feet from the door, more or less.
So I'm gonna very just kind of casually keep walking forward and then take another move.
Okay. Straight forward. You going around the flank? What are you doing?
I'm gonna want to try to get over along the right wall over there.
Okay, and you have a 25 movement speed.
25. That's good. I just want to be right along the wall, just kind of trying to blend it in. And I kind of give a little nod back to him for him. Here, old man.
Turn to me.
Everybody else seems to be just holding tight. I've got a couple other people in the initiative here before anyone else, but they're all just hanging tight. Lou, you're not in this surprise round, unfortunately. We get to the man in the bathroom. You see him. He's still muttering that, reading his way through the scroll, waving his hands a little bit, and everybody roll a will save. 14 for you.
14.
15.
15 total.
19.
19 and Omi.
25.
25.
Wow.
Wow.
How
You guys
high
all
did you
pass. You guys all
18
pass the
plus
will save. You see him finishing his. The two of you who weren't even watching him notice as he's finishing his words, his incantation. All of a sudden, you see from the far side of the room, by one of the vents, a very, very weak spark, almost like a sparkler, and a flash begin. And you all have enough. Apparently willpower. I would have thought it was going to be reflex save, but you all have enough will to close your eyes. Maybe it's just a blink or whatever, but you close your eyes, and even through your eyes you can see just redness through your eyelids, a bright flash of light, and you start to hear everybody gasp and start to grumble, and everybody's kind of shouting out and freaking out. He is then going to take one move action. And then the girl at the table, it stands up and she shouts out, "Everybody stay calm, drop to the ground, and don't try anything stupid. We might just let you live." And everybody else, they're all freaking out. They're definitely not dropping to the ground. Half of them do, and everybody else is still just kind of scrambling. You can tell that they are blind. They can't see what they're doing. Not all of them, but the ones that are affected. And it's going to last for 3 rounds. So she calls that out, and you see her start to move towards the central podium.
That person?
Yep. Yeah, she's moving this way to the podium, and she's going to cast a little spell. It's a 60-foot range. She's going to inspire courage to her allies.
Not to me.
No, not to you. No. To her allies, and they all get a little bonus to their rolls. So that's her turn, and now it picks up. You see this thief on the top left side of their table heads over towards this guard who is not blind, and he's going to attack. He punches that guy right in the face, and you see this guy, the top right, moving towards Inverness. And Inverness is not affected by the spell, but this guy has no idea. He's gonna go for a little hit. He's also just throwing a punch at you. How is a 20 against your DC?
20 is a hit.
It's a hit?
Yeah.
All right. Take 3 bludgeoning damage. And we roll back to the top of the initiative. The other guys are staying put for now. And that brings us to Mr. Inverness himself.
Alright, so this guy ran right up to me, I guess.
I should move him so he's not on. I mean, you know that he's not on the table, but
Yeah.
here he's under you now.
So I was going for the mage initially. Does he look like more of a threat? Like I should try and deal with him, or
Physically, no. You know he has some kind of magical items on him, or scrolls maybe. He might have some magic abilities. But physically, he's tall, but real lanky, thin, worm of a man.
All right. Maybe I'll motion to Rinry there and see if she can take out handle that guy. You know, I'll ask. I'll do a performance check to do hand signals to see if you can interpret them correctly.
So which one are you? You need me to take out the one right in front of you, or that guy?
Oh, the mage, yeah, this guy.
That mage up top.
He's
The guy that was
closer
in
to
the
you.
bathroom.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't get to him, but you know what? Actually, we got people near this little thief. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and 30 feet to there.
Yep.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna strike at him.
All right, what do you got? What do you got in your hand?
My Bouchard, a big two-handed, long, kind of glaive-like weapon with a little hooked end.
Man.
And, I don't know. It's cool. It's a cool weapon.
It's gonna be insane. That sucker has some reach, doesn't it?
It does have
Get a
reach.
little
That's
10
why,
foot,
yeah,
10
I
foot
stopped.
reach. Good call. Good call.
Stopped. 10 feet away, so I believe I got a +6. 15 to hit.
15 misses.
Of course it does.
Misses.
Now Alright, I want to make a trip towards him.
Okay. Okay.
Athletics.
Going against would it be is that a reflex or a fortitude?
I think it's usually against either their athletics or fortitude.
Okay.
Maybe fortitude if you're doing stuff to them, I think fortitude DC, if I remember right. Athletics 17?
You trip that motherfucker.
Alright, so I swing at him, miss a little wide probably, and then I'm going to use that hook kind of end and back hook his foot and yank him.
Alright. He is
that's
on
my
the
turn.
ground and very surprised. He thought for sure that his little spell would have dazed all of you guys, blinded all of you guys. That's quite a willpower of yours, old man.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you from all the way up here. You're going to have to speak loudly. My hearing's a bit off.
That's quite a willpower, old man. I say.
I turned my hearing aid up now.
Rinry, you see this happen. Oh, this tall man's on the ground. Are you on Invernius' side? Are you pissed that he tripped this poor defenseless man? What are you going to do? I think the first battle is always interesting because nobody truly knows each other yet. So, like, you're just going to start to see how you interact with each other and even speak to each other, act with each other. This Rinry's just a kid. Probably her first time in a casino. Had some drinks.
Yeah, I did.
Feeling good.
Gold Goblin's about to get their liquor license taken.
Change into a duo,
no
so we have to
kidding.
walk 10 paces.
So which guy is it that you...
It's the guy right above him, the guy that was in the
The
bathroom.
tall guy that...
Yeah, he's got that kind of cape, cloak sort of looking thing.
So I kind of yell over to you. Do you know something we don't know? Why'd you trip him?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Well, he's clearly a threat, young lady.
You did see you just like Logan did see his mouth moving in the scroll, but you did not do
But I
the
didn't
arcane
make the
check,
check.
so
I don't know how
it's fair.
versed in magic you
It's a
are,
fair
young
question.
lady, but he was clearly casting a spell.
Okay. I haven't. I'm just gonna have to
So,
trust
I don't know how handy you are with
that.
that
Well, but
iron on your waist, but have at it.
so where is my
Pecking heat over there?
Where's my? So I want to be
I
a
can
little
tell you
more
what
in
you
the
gotta roll.
shadow.
Okay. It's very bright in here. It's a main gambling hall.
Right. So I want to. Be
You could get behind that counter that you're right there. You know what I mean? This little counter right above you. You could duck behind that, take a little cover
I
if you
saw
want
that
to.
there's a guy back there, isn't there?
There is, yeah. He's plump and friendly enough looking. He's giving you a little bit of an eye. He's a little scared. He's not blinded, you can tell. You could ask him to go run for help. You could go and hide behind the counter. You could do whatever. He certainly doesn't mind you being there. It's a little bit pervy.
Okay. Stop making eyes at me, weirdo.
And he's heavily in the drink, if you can't tell from his picture.
Okay. So yeah, I want to duck behind. I want to go. Can I use my?
I can see your mouse move as you do it, so.
Yeah. Can I use? What's it called? My 10 paces. That gives me the free action, and then I still get 3 moves.
Yeah, 10 paces gives you. You react to trouble with lightning speed, positioning yourself just right. Gain a +2 circumstance bonus to your initiative roll. You can also interact to draw a one-handed firearm or crossbow. As your first action on your first turn, you can step up to 10 feet as a free action. So
Okay, so I want to do this. I want to
step 10 feet.
I want to draw and step 10 feet up the rock. Yeah, can I get it right there to the corner of it? Or?
Yeah, it can put you like right here
Yeah.
for free.
Okay. And I drew.
Yeah, that was all free
That was all
action.
free.
Yeah. So you have 3 actions to take.
All right. I'm gonna take aim, and I'm gonna go for the knee.
Oh, nice. A little incapacitation. All right. You go ahead. Go for it. You know what your roll is? How did I miss
19.
that?
I rolled a 19.
Okay. I can tell you right now a 19 without a modifier at all is going to hit him for sure.
Okay.
But you should see if you crit him or not. What are you holding? What kind of irons you got there?
I got a Giselle.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my god, that's insane. You might kill this dude. 1d8 normal base damage without even critting him.
You rolled a natural 19?
19, yeah.
28.
28 is a crit.
Oh,
Alright.
do you want the crit cards?
Yeah, do you have the crit cards? Alright, cool. Logan's got this deck of cards. Rather than just automatically doing double damage for a critical hit, he's got a deck of cards that has all kinds of fun stuff on crits. Nice. Nice hit, man. That's insane.
Go for it, man. Oh, also you get I think I saw Fatal Aim D12. I think that's involved in crits as well.
I think so too.
So crit effect, target is sickened 3. Deep
Whoa.
wound.
Wow. Sickened 3.
Yep. And then what, regular damage?
Yeah, it doesn't say double on
No.
there.
Yeah, it
But
doesn't.
sickened 3, that's crazy.
So I'm doing a D8. It doesn't say.
Is it D8 or was it
Oh,
D12?
fatal
I think
aim
he said.
D12.
Yeah,
No, that's,
D12.
it said something about using it with 2 hands.
Oh, right. Are you?
If
Did
you
you
like
two-hand? Did you two-handed or one-handed? I didn't ask you that one. I forgot you could do that with the Giselle.
I mean, it was a one-handed pull it out.
Right. I didn't give you any kind of penalty to your shot, so to make the crit, I would have said it would be two-handed. I think you get like a minus. Is it a -1 to AC when you go one-handed?
Okay.
Because it's under your. It's like under your arm as you're shooting it. Mandy's shooting this huge. It's like a huge rifle that she has.
Not Mandy.
I was reading
Rin,
about that.
Rinri, yeah. So she's holding it in 2 arms, but she has the ability to hold it just under 1 arm if she needs an arm free. Okay, but yeah, so that would two-handed means that you are using aim.
Okay.
So yeah, do the D12.
Did you roll 1 on?
I rolled a 1.
All right, well, 1 damage.
Dang.
Do you get a plus on that too, though, or anything? It's just 1. It's a firearm, so probably no
Yeah, I don't
strength
think it
modifier.
does.
All right, 1 damage down,
No, you rolled. That was just the extra die, right? What did the
Yeah.
other dice?
and he's sickened 3. Oh yeah,
That was the fatal aim.
Right, so it was your regular. Should have been a D.
you should get, because it's fatal. You roll 2d12. So the 1d12 plus whatever you roll right now.
Oh.
That's the difference between fatal and what's the other one?
Deadly?
Deadly, yeah.
Okay, so.
Both your dice go up.
So just the 2d12?
Yep.
Okay, so 9.
9 total or 9
9
plus the
total.
1.
9
Okay,
total.
very good. Yeah, so that's
Was it
one
like
action. You got a
one
free.
steady
It was a
with two
free
hands?
action. It was a free action to move. It was a free action to pull because of your 10 paces thing. You shot the dude, so that's 1 action. You had 2 other actions. Are you gonna? You can duck and cover. You can replace yourself if you want to move yourself somewhere else. You can shoot again, but you get a multiple attack penalty of -5.
Yeah, I might as well shoot again and then I'll move.
Let me look up that Giselle again. You might have to reload it though.
Reload 1.
1, yeah. So you can reload if you want to reload it for your last.
Alright,
Or
so
no, I mean you can reload and shoot.
Reload and I'll move around the corner.
Okay.
I'll go.
Do you want to go behind the counter or into the bathroom? Into the bathroom's automatic cover without taking cover because there's a wall then.
Okay, yeah,
You can go in the bathroom
Yep.
and reload. Then you can pop out and fire again if you want later. Okay, we go to this thief is gonna punch this guard again. He's determined to knock some people up. And he's going to roll a 7. Misses. And he's just going to try it again with the multiple attack penalty. Dangerous, dangerous. Ooh. What is this? It's a 6. Okay, it's not a fumble, not a crit. He takes the 2 hits, and then gonna reach to the table behind him and grab a pewter mug off of it for his next round. All right, next up, this thief.
Where's he going?
He's going to this tireless guard, and he's gonna try the same tactic. Little punch action. Ooh, now that's a hit. Let's see some damage. All right. Actually, he's gonna hold for the rest of his turn. He's just kind of delaying. Lou, you're up. You see all this. You see all this unfolding around you, and there was this big flash. You saved yourself by closing your eyes tight against it. But you can see everyone in this place. Either they're on the ground or they're scrambling, trying to figure out what happened. Blinded. A couple of the guards seem to be doing okay and not blinded, but these ones that are getting hit right now are hurting and not even seeing what's coming.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm like currently squinting. I'm scared to open my eyes. I finally open them, and I'm looking around, and I see Inverness looking like he's doing his thing over there with the guy on the ground.
Yeah.
And I looking for my tall drink of water, and I find Rinri across the room, and so I have a short bow.
14 to hit. You just miss. It hits the padding of his shoulder and just keeps skipping through, and he kind of looks at it like, what the hell just happened? Minding my own business over here.
And I just kind of go like this, and I'm trying to hide behind my hands. And I'm pointing over at next to me who's Omi, and I'm like,
He looks over and glares at her. You do get 2 other actions because you didn't move yet. Every time you do 2 attacks or 3 attacks in one round, you take a little bit of a penalty on the sequential attacks. So if you were to fire another attack, you'd take a -5 to your total, and then a third attack in a row is a -10. You're just shooting so fast at that point that it's kind of wild. You might hit, but you might also critical fail and get some fumble damage to yourself or something.
So at this point, I see him looking around. He doesn't know, and he looks a lot bigger than me. So I'm gonna just start running, and I'm gonna head over towards the direction. I can only go 25 feet.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go towards Inverness.
Towards Inverness. All right. All right.
Do I get to go again?
You can, you can move again if you want. You can do any kind of interact action, or
Is there anybody at that table next to me?
you could try to take cover under the table. I'd give you a cover action since you're right near a table. That'll give people a little bit of a minus when they try to hit you. There's the only people you see right next to you are guards that are employed by the Gold Goblin. Yep, they're guarding the treasure chest. No.
And are the guards doing anything, or are they just kind of chilling?
The one on the right, Bayar, is looking like he's pissed off, and he seems to see you, so he's not affected by the flash. But Hans on the left there is just holding his eyes, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, so I kind of just wave at the guard who's looking at me. Just try to look really nice.
Nice and friendly.
I get under the table.
All right.
Which I don't think I have to duck. I just kind of...
Yeah, you're walking straight under that table probably. All right, you have cover. Make sure that if I attack you, you remind me that you have cover.
Got it.
Okay. That's your 3 actions. All right, that guy that you just hit, he's mad, and I don't know if it's just your roguish charm, but he believes you when you pointed at this girl that's way in the bathroom over here. So they're not the smartest, these guys.
Wait. When did you point at me? I thought you pointed at Omi.
No, I pointed to Omi.
Oh, it was Omi. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Well, shit's about to roll then.
Yeah.
This guy was being real obedient and staying put the way he was supposed to, but now he's pissed off, so he can only take so much. He's gonna do a little punch at old Omi. Actually, very young Omi, good-looking Omi. How's a 19 against your AC?
Oh, against my AC, it's probably not big.
I don't know. It might be close. I'm trying to remember what your AC was. I could look at it.
My AC is 17.
17. All right, so he hits. He hits you, but it's not a critical. And he's going to do 2 damage. He's going to go again. He's going to do 1 more hit. With the -4 for a multiple attack. Oh. The natural 20. A natural 20. Luckily, he's just throwing punches
So
right
what's
now.
what's that total?
21.
Oh, okay, so that's a hit. Oh, you said it's a crit.
Yeah.
Okay, you can close. Do you wanna
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
Just double
No, I'll just
NPCs.
I'll just double for NPCs. That's fine. Crit damage. You take 2 more damage. These guys' fists are like hams. He's
These guys are thieves.
just laying on you. These are presumably thieves. We're not sure really what they're up to, but
A good thief would have at least a dagger, but they're just out here punching.
they're just punching right now. Yeah, it seems a little strange, maybe.
I use a reaction. from
Especially in
stuff.
Riddleport, like people don't just punch in Riddleport.
Yeah.
They're out for blood usually.
Unless these guys are monks.
So it is a little strange, very perceptive of you, Inverness. That's his actions, and we go to this wizard. He's gonna take 1 action to stand.
It looks like he's dead. What's this?
What the? He's not dead. No, he's
I
not
tripped
dead.
him pretty good, so
He's got some definite hit points left. Maybe I just marked him as dead on
I'll get rid
anything.
of the dead. He's
Get rid of that dead man. I mean, he was dead for like a second. He was out cold after hitting his head on the ground. He gets up.
Let's show you look miles better.
He looks at you,
Kilometers better.
real pissed. But
I raise my chin real high.
he moves here
Oh.
and casts a little spell. You see his lips moving again. No scroll this time. Lips moving, and he's waggling his fingers towards that chest. And the chest just shrinks right down, or presumably disappears, and it's gone.
Gone?
Well, gone from view.
He's... Alright, I'm gonna figure out what he did.
Detect magic.
This guard over here in the left corner is mad. He's blinded, but he's gonna try to at least flail his arms out. Actually, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna pull a sap out. Nice little club. And he crits against this guy that he can't even see. Yep, definitely a crit.
Conceal flat check or...
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's a good point. They're NPCs. I didn't want to get too crazy.
I was just kidding. I thought it'd be funny to really take it away from you.
He does 4 damage.
Oh, I think it's a
So at least you guys aren't the only ones dealing damage to these guys. Even the blind people can hit him. He felt the contact, and he's gonna buckle up and try to do it again. Doesn't hit. I'm sorry. Looks like he's gonna hit. Doesn't have any effect. All right. Bayar, the guard that was near you, Lou, that sees you, he is looking around him. He saw you, gave you a nod, sees you're friendly, but then as soon as he turned to look the other way, he notices that the treasure chest is completely gone, and he's looking all over the place. He's gonna spend 1 action trying to look around Hans over here. He's gonna go right over this way towards Ingvar. Doesn't see it anywhere. Not sure what happened. He does know that this guy came over and all of a sudden it's gone. No chest in any of their hands, but he's gonna do a little hit against the wizard man. Guy takes some Takes a little bit of damage. He looks hurt. Goes to Omi. What's up, Omi?
So
Sorry for the wait.
Oh no, you're good, man. Where's the chick that was in charge? Is she in the middle?
She's right over there by the podium with the tall man as well. She's the chick with the little lute or guitar or whatever she may be playing there.
So I can. Oh, I think I see her. She's like in red.
She's right there. Yeah.
So I'm gonna get as my thing's like super slow, but I'm gonna get as close to her as I possibly can.
All right. What's your speed? 25.
Yeah.
You can get. Do you want to use just one move action for it and save 2 for whatever you're gonna do, or do you want to get right next to her?
If I use one, how far away from her am I?
You will be
Can I like talk to her?
like 10 feet from. Oh yeah, for sure. Yep.
All right. Yeah. So I'll use one action.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to her and I'm gonna use charm, and I'm gonna tell
nice.
her, "Hey, darling, you know I was here first, but I'm not one to hold grudges. I bet you cut me in on this heist."
Oh, nice. All right.
She says,
Charm. I think I have to do a will save on that. What is your spell DC? Are you a trained or an expert spellcaster?
Okay, that's sorcerer. I think they start trained as well.
Trained,
Should
yeah.
be 17, or it would be 19 otherwise, which is still
Right, which is still, yeah. Either way, it would be a miss, just barely, a regular miss. So the target is unaffected, but thinks your spell was something harmless instead of charm. So she doesn't know what you were trying to do. She just knows that you were doing something or talking to her, and she's not having it. She's kind of puts her nose up in the air a little bit, shrugs it off. That's it. So that's 3 actions. I think Charm is a 2-action spell there. Goes back up to the top. Invernius.
Okay, the chest is gone. I want to roll a couple checks. I don't know if I want to do them now. Are these checks are thinking of things like taking actions, would you say? Or
It depends on what it is. If it's like I don't know, like a seek.
it's like a knowledge check?
Yeah, knowledge I would give you for free.
Okay, so I want to go ahead and use my maybe society knowledge based on these guys aren't wielding weapons.
Okay.
See what the deal is with them. If I can piece together anything that I know of Riddleport, like society.
Okay.
Is that
Yeah. Give me a little society.
13?
13 society. You can tell that they're intentionally not doing any lethal damage, obviously. Being that you are in Riddleport and we know how this city is, you're expecting that they were probably hired for this job and have no ill will actually against any of these people. They're just doing their job and trying to do as little actual lasting damage as possible.
Got it. Alright, I have a hunch that he used shrink item, maybe? Would that be reasonable?
Yeah, yes. I believe I mistakenly said shrink a couple times while I was doing the spell.
So, I think the logic would apply that the chest is still there.
It's gotta
just
be somewhere.
small, an item of negligible bulk, say.
I believe it becomes to about the size of a coin
All right.
as the text.
If it's small, you
Puts
shrink
out.
item, you can just pick it right up. Light.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand. 2
Oh.
actions.
Nice.
Send that 20 feet right next to me. I can go, I believe, 5, 15, 20. So if that works for you,
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead, manifest a magic hand, picks up the thing.
Amazing.
Drop it over here next to me, and then I think I want to try to, because they would have seen that happen, I imagine, the mage hand. I want to try to,
The hand is it? Yeah, I would describe the hand. It's probably just fantastic. They might not even see the hand,
yeah, I don't
right?
know if it says right.
Or is it like a wispy kind of green
either
energy?
invisible or ghost-like.
Okay,
I'm gonna-
so invisible.
Okay.
They might not have
Invisible
seen
hand.
that at all.
Drops off. That's good. So now I want to try and scoop it up or like conceal it. Maybe if I can pick it up, I will. If that seems too ridiculous, and just to conceal it so they don't know where it is, maybe to throw them off.
Okay.
I'll like scoot it over with my foot and keep it under me.
Okay.
Or pick it up. Whatever you think is reasonable.
I would allow the pickup for an action.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and roll a stealth just to see if I can like quickly like.
Yes,
snatch
without
it.
anybody noticing the snatch.
So
Noticing the snatch.
15. Not very good
15.
against perception DCs, but
Let me just check both of theirs real quick.
rolled under 10 every time.
All right, so you do it, right?
All right. Yeah. So either way, I'm snatching it.
Right.
I'm gonna try to do it nonchalantly, as if they don't.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot a
Stow it in
copper
there.
out of my pocket.
All right. All
Pick that
right.
up at the same time. That's 3. That's my turn, I believe.
Okay. Rinri.
Oh, and I would tell the group as well, just what I figured, like if they're using non-lethal, take that into account maybe.
Yeah. There was also, like, when the whole thing started and she said, you know, everybody stay down. If you keep your heads down and shut up, we won't kill you. And so far, with all the people freaking out, she hasn't killed anybody, so she might just be trying to play tough, get people down.
So I think she's peacocking, Henry.
I'm unfamiliar with that term.
Oh yeah, she's only 16.
This is a large type of bird with very colorful plumage. They use as to attract mates. I'm sure you understand.
Colorful.
Young buck like you, young doe like you.
I'm gonna delay for right now.
Okay, we're gonna move on to one of the thieves then.
This guy that was fighting Omi ain't done with him. And he's gonna strike you with a little fist again. An 11 against your AC. Definitely missed, right? Okay. Take 2 more damage on his second punch.
Makes me taste bad.
Oh, Omi getting beaten up, man. I don't think he likes it. Gonna try to do all these guys fast because it's probably boring watching me roll. Oh my god, these guys are critting all over the place
You gotta start rolling real dice.
with their punches. You see the guard that's in the lower left, over by where you got your chips and everything. He is hurting bad. He's doubled over. He's still blind for one more turn. Lou, you're up.
So where's Saul? Is he in this room?
Saul is not. He, I guess you probably would have noticed because you've been watching Saul like a hawk. Just before this guy got up from the table, and maybe why you initially looked over and like, oh, it was kind of weird coincidence. Saul had a whole bunch of chips that he was getting from some of the registers at the tables, and he brought it down past where you bought your chips, and around the corner, out of sight, presumably to go
Like by that red square?
to go take some of these chips and
Bottom
put them in the. Yep.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So at this point I'm looking around and kind of like sniffing. Try to find those like
Oh
keys,
yeah.
with my impeccable sense of smell.
Yes.
And
Very sensate of you.
and I then am feeling some sort of way because of, that big heart I have about the fact that Omi's getting the crap beat out of him because of what I did. So I'll throw a bow that way at the guy who's beating the crap out of Omi.
All right. You're gonna
Short
shoot
bow,
him
I
with
get
your short bow.
+7, yeah. He seems close enough, so this should definitely hit him. Ooh, but probably not. I rolled a 13.
13 with your +7.
Yeah.
Man, again, just right off his shoulder pads. These guys have these big shoulder pads on. Maybe that's a defensive thing, but yeah, it just kind of topples over towards the guards that used to be guarding the chest on the podium.
Okay. At this point, I see him look at me.
Yeah.
He's kind of looking. I'm under the table.
Right,
but
he probably
I'm
doesn't
the
see
only
you.
person in that direction.
Okay.
So I know he's looking my direction. There's nobody else around, and so I'm like, what the heck? And I just get out from under the table and walk towards him.
All right.
And I move right up to him.
Awesome. All right, you're right next to him. Now, something you should know about Pathfinder: if you're flanking the enemy, you get a +2 to your attacks. So you could
What's flanking?
one person on either side. So Omi's on one side of this guy, and you're on one side. His attention is kind of split, so it's easier to get a hit in.
Flanking 2, I don't know if Lou has. I assume she does as a rogue, but anything that they need to be flat-footed that gives you like precision damage.
Oh, yeah.
That counts as flat-footed.
Yeah.
As well.
So as a rogue, you have a bunch of things that take place when you have an enemy flat-footed. So like you can either distract them with a feint or something and get them flat-footed. You can be hidden from view, depending on the feats that you take, to make them flat-footed, and then your attacks do more damage, or you can do certain feats. So just so you know, flanking also puts them flat-footed to you.
Oh, I get one more thing, right, that I can do?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So I'm right up next to him. I'm not one to like shy away from a fight or like anything. I want to like gun ho. And so I'm coming right up to his waist. So I just take my fist with all of my unarmed attack skill and just punch him right in the ball.
Yes. Let's get a little fist roll.
So do I add to it or no?
So this will be your strength is a -1. So, or actually no, unarmed you can do dex too, right? The finesse.
Well, my strike says +7.
Yeah. You'll be +7.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I rolled 17, so 24.
24 hits him square in the crotch.
26 also technically.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I don't know
because
if you
the
wanna take
because of the
ACs
flanking.
down, or we just have less modifier
I'll give you the.
attacks or whatever, but whatever works.
I guess I would take their AC down, right? Makes more sense. So what was it? 26
I rolled
crits on him. Let's hear a critical from the card. That's a bludgeoning. Yep.
Normal damage. It's called and stay down. Crit effect. The target is knocked prone and stunned 2.
Wow.
Which I guess 7 and 12. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So he's down on the ground
He's on the ground.
He's like,
in pain.
recoiling. Yeah, he can't move.
And what was it? Sluggish too?
Stunned.
Oh, stunned. Oh, stunned.
So I
too.
just like
Damn.
blow my fist. I go, and then I try to give like Omi a high five.
Roll some.
And
Roll
I just
some.
look at her and say, I don't like you.
Roll a D4.
I
Me?
put stunned on the actor as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
You
Thank
can
you.
roll him as both you were doing that.
Beautiful.
What's a D4?
It's that little pyramid-looking one.
How do you
And
read it?
so when you roll it, whatever the top number is, that's what you rolled.
The top number facing me, or are they
Yeah,
all the same?
Uh,
They're all the same.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's some. So like that one, the
Yeah,
4 is on the
got
top, and then other ones look like this. So this is on the bottom. Whichever is vertical when you roll.
Okay, yeah, no, mine's a top one, so that's a 5.
5?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that punch to the groin really did the trick. He is doubled over, actually on the ground. So he's like curled up in a ball on the ground. It might take him 2 actions to get out of this fetal position here. Nice punch, really nice turn. That guy's hurting big time. The tall guy that started all this in the bathroom. He's going to electric arc these guards. I hope they're ready for it. 14 on the dice, so they both pass. They take half damage. All of a sudden you see just a fork of lightning shoot from this man's hands, and it goes right from Bayar, who's closest to him up on the podium, right through him and carries on right over to Hans. And they both take 4 electricity damage. He's then going to move here around them, obviously not through them, but his moves can go there. And he's going to take one action to look. Well, actually, not even an action. He's just going to move here and call out. I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. Tovalia, do you have eyes on it? And she does not. And we are at this guy who's up on the podium. Bayar is gonna. He doesn't like that electricity at all. He's gonna hit this dude with his club. His club is pretty strong too. Oh, not strong enough. He's gonna do it again. He's really hurting from that. Come on, man. Not gonna do it. One more. What the hell? He's not thinking straight. Okay. He's gonna hit him. Bayar is the one that was not blinded too, so yeah, that is a crit.
Oh, right, you're just
Doubling the damage. Oops, what did that? And he.
oh,
Wow. So you see this guy get zapped by lightning. It courses through him, goes over to his buddy on the podium. He's pissed off. He gets his club. 1, 2, both misses. But then on the third one, cracks this dude right in the skull, and he is down on the floor. Ingvar Thistlecrit down on the ground. Hans is the guy next to him is just coming out of his blindness and looking around, just completely boggled, has no idea what's going on, and he's going to take his 3 turns to get his bearings. Maybe talk to Bayar, and Bayar's going to fill him in real quick, but I won't waste your time with the role play there. Omi, what's up?
So the guy on the ground next to me,
Yeah.
I just kind of look at him and I peer over him like Patrick from that one meme. And he's up smoking, and I produce all the flame that I can and just light him up on fire.
Oh man! All right.
1 turns, 2 turns. How many I have?
Produce flame is a cantrip. I think it's only 1, right?
Yeah, it's
What is
24.
it 2? Okay, it's
action,
2.
yeah.
Two actions. 2 actions.
1d4.
Yep. 1d4 persistent fire damage on a crit.
Persistent, yeah.
If you crit him.
17.
17 plus 7. Okay.
That's absolutely.
You critted this guy. So I'm gonna tell you right now. This guy is on fire and dead. He is a pile of ashes, just like that.
You just see like in my pupils, my gold pupils, the flame sparks just.
Oh yeah, the reflection of the flame, and you just
enjoyed it
look
a
up.
little too much.
Oh man, that is insane. You're really feeling at home amongst all this fire.
Okay, then I have 1 turn.
You have another action. Yep. You saw this guy on the podium go down. He was calling around looking for something, but you're not sure what.
Is the podium hollow? Can I hide underneath it? Or is it like straight up?
It's it's hollow inside, but it's covered all the way to the ground. I think the only way you would be able to get under it is underneath the stairs, but it'd be a tight squeeze.
I'm gonna work my way to the other side of Lou.
Okay.
And can I make it to that poker table right there?
You have a 25, is it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that
I'll
other
go,
dude's dead, so you can step right over him.
Just the smoke going up. Yeah, I'll go behind Lou. In between her and Invernius.
Okay, there you are. Right around there, is that where you're looking at?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We go back to the top. Invernius.
Alright. He's
That-
going to.
That coin is under your foot? Or no, you picked it up, right? Put it in your pocket? Okay, yeah.
Pocketed it. I'm gonna look at Omi there and look back at Rinri. You know what? Perhaps a random thought. Just occurred to me, I'm very hungry. Anybody else hungry? Anyways, I could eat. Then he's gonna mention this running a racket. He can't stand it. All this bard over here singing the whole time. And also, it looked like
she's like wailing right now because she just saw that guy go down. Just singing a lamentation in the saddest voice.
Singing in such despair. So he's gonna head over that way and try to stop that. He hates it. It seems like she's the leader, right? He was talking to her when he.
Yeah, he was talking to Thuvalia. He called out.
Very well. So we'll go for one move and then make a strike. 13.
It's a miss.
Yeah. Let's see, I only have one action left. I did get a minus 5. Alright, I'm just gonna roll another attack.
Okay.
Sweep again with a +1. 6 to hit.
6 misses. Just a regular miss.
Okay.
Just a regular miss.
Close one.
Very close.
Don't mean to be rude, but please stop.
Will you please shut up? Rinri.
Okay. So I can tell Invernius is very, very upset
Famished.
with this and
Oh.
hungry.
Extremely hungry and also angry.
So I'm sitting in there and I just think to myself, it's been a while since I've eaten. I am hungry too. Okay.
I'm gonna pull out
I'm gonna
the
help
ration.
Invernius.
Just start eating.
So I'm gonna
Yeah, you probably have rations in your backpack.
make my way across towards the wall over here.
Okay. That way?
Yeah. And that should put me within 30 feet of the bard eating, right? Maybe more.
Just love the edges of the room.
Yeah, just about, I'd say. We're right on the edge of that square, which is 30 feet.
Okay.
This is
That
25.
still
This is
counts as
25
right,
feet
that's
here,
it.
so
So
Here you
I'm
go.
going to use telekinetic projectile.
Oh,
and
baby.
I'm gonna throw a chair right at her.
okay.
Who are you throwing
Nice.
it
The bard.
The bard.
at? Oh.
You got to do
A d6 plus my spell bonus, but what do I have to roll to hit?
a regular spell attack. So D20, and then
Plus my
add.
12.
Are you trained in? Yeah, you got to be trained in magic if you're casting magic, right?
I rolled an 18.
18. You rolled an 18, or that's with your
I
bonus?
rolled an 18.
Oh.
Jeez.
Plus 7. You crit this lady, and are going to pull a crit card.
Table as a chairs match.
Alright, so that's probably what, bludgeoning?
Yes.
Out of
Yep.
all of them? Okay. Concussion.
Unless it be
Normal-
magic. What? What was it?
Concussion.
Concussion. What's it say? Let's hear it.
Magic to the head.
Normal damage.
Okay.
Target is confused for 1 minute and
Yeah.
stupefied 2 until healed.
Can't sing.
roll a d6. Confused
D6.
and stupefy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupefied 2.
Stupefied 2.
I bet you wish you let me in your little game now, don't you?
So she's got -2 to all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma based anything.
Man.
6 damage.
Okay. 6 damage. Okay. And that was a 2. Yeah, that's a 2 action.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
so that's
two.
your turn. Nice job, man. She's all looking around, has no idea what's going on. Her song kind of stopped in her throat and just came out like a, I don't know. Really terrible. Really terrible. It's Duvalia's turn, as a matter of fact. And she is confused. She is looking around. She does not like the way that things are going right now. Any effect on speed when you're confused?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, just intelligence, wisdom, or charisma
What
based
about the
stuff.
stupefied though?
That is stupefied. Is
Oh, okay.
so stun. I mean, stun would be.
She was trying to hightail it.
She's just gonna book it.
Right?
She is out of here.
That's her whole round.
That's her entire round, and you hear her shrieking and I don't even know what you would call that sound. Undulating the whole way, or ululating, I think is the word,
She
right?
runs away like the guy from Friday.
She's got a 30 speed.
She does have a 30 speed. I don't know if that's edition 1 talking or. So she's out of there as fast as she can, unless someone catches her, which is possible. This guard is not blind anymore down in the lower corner, and he's going to beat up on this thief that's been punching him around pretty good. Club comes out, 1 action. He's going to go for a strike. He is absolutely going to crit this guy.
Is this the tireless guard or the pessimistic?
The pessimistic guard.
Alright.
Please don't confuse them. They're sick of that. All the guards are the same. Is that what you're trying to say?
They all look alike to me.
This dude finally takes some damage, and guess what? He's gonna take it again. I hope if I hit. This guard that's over by the cashier place is hurting big time, and you see him like about to drop to his knees. He's definitely not feeling good. And out comes Saul Van Kaskerkin, alerted by all the noise that was going on. Probably finished up dropping his chips off in the safe and just hightailed it as soon as he heard the commotion. He's gonna go for a little. He's gonna pull his rapier out and. Crit this dude. Just comes out and just kills this thief. That guy's dead. And next in initiative would be Lou.
Okay. So the lovely thief is now dead.
Yep.
I know he got burned. So
Yep.
what do I see?
Yeah, let me mark him as dead real quick.
At him? But like when I look down, what is there?
There's a
Is he like completely
crispy.
gone? Is it
Ashes of my
Is it
enemies.
glue?
There's a very crispy corpse that looks like when you leave a roast in a little too long, and it's
Okay.
like black and blistered.
Okay.
That's what you're seeing. His mouth slowly drops open, like maybe he's gonna say something, but then just like smoke comes out of his mouth.
Okay.
He's done.
Could I like roll perception to see if he had any gold I could take?
Yeah. You can. You want to like loot over his body a little bit.
Yeah, I could do. I don't know if you want to do thievery or.
Yeah, the guy's dead, so I think you can take. I'll tell you what he's got on him.
Okay. I want whatever he has.
That much is in here. He's got 3 gold, and he does have a shiv.
Yep, I want it.
Okay.
Does that count as one of my actions or moves?
Yeah, I would give you. That's 1 action, I'd
Okay,
say, for
that's fine.
for looting. Now that guy's burnt to a crisp, dead, and also penniless.
Okay. Cool. So I noticed Saul, and I'm
Yep.
like, and I look torn because I haven't.
You're loving the action.
But like I need to see Saul, and I don't know what to do. So I want to use my crafting. I want to roll for crafting, and I want to take this dead corpse and try
Okay.
to make it look like the treasure chest that everybody's been looking for. So I have clay in my bag, and I want to see if I can make it look like the treasure chest.
Okay. I'm gonna say that's gonna take a couple of actions probably, but you're gonna start to work on that. Yeah, to
Sure,
fashion
okay.
to fashion something corpse size
Sure.
out of clay. But you can certainly do it. I don't know how much clay you got, but it's enough at least. Like even if it's a little, it's enough to like shape around this guy into a little bit of a box.
A little bit, right?
Use the rib cage as a frame.
Okay. So,
All right.
All right. So that's 16.
16 on your crafting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you start doing that. That's going to take your whole turn.
Okay.
This thief. I don't know if you see the ping there.
Yeah.
This thief just saw his boss lady hightailing it, and he would also like to get the hell out of here. But yeah, I guess he can. It's not this guard's turn. So. This guy does. Yeah, I guess that lady did have 20 or 30 feet because his is listed as 25 in the book. Pretty wild. He pinches the bard's butt on the way out because she's all confused and has no idea. And he's always had a little thing for her. He's making his way out. We've got Ingvar is dead. This guard is going to come up here, and as he's walking up there, Saul calls up to him, "Leave one of them alive." So he's not going to go with anything deadly here, but he is going to do his usual strike roll. Oh my god. Anyways, I mean, non-lethal doesn't actually kill you if you end up bringing the guy to 0, right? He's unconscious. Okay, because he definitely critted him just now. Oops, I should have done critical. I should have done that, sorry. Yeah. So that dude's on the floor, unconscious. The childish thief over here near the table where this all started. Which is great, because I can take one more person out of this initiative. Bayar up here on the podium is going to start chasing after that lady who just ran away. It's the quickest way. Oops.
Quickest way is just straight off the podium.
Yeah, oh yeah, sure, yeah, let's give him an... I like that, actually. Let's give him a little athletics jumping over the railing. Awesome. I love that. So yeah, he's just going straight, jumps over this railing.
Soars over Handsome Momi's head.
Keeps on rolling. How many? We might be able to do it in 2. No, I don't know if we will. No, that's a lot. But he's gonna come real close. She's so fast though. He gets to her. Childless Thief is done. Hans is so confused, he has no idea what's going on right now. Omi, you're up.
Alright.
There is, let's see. There's no more thieves left except for the ones that ran. So there's the bard lady and the thief out here. But otherwise, everybody's starting to, you can see that everyone in the casino is starting to come to. They're shaking their head, trying to blink the stars out of their eyes. And everyone's scared. Everyone is confused. They have no idea what's going on. You can see everybody's like kind of looking at you two. They don't know if you're an assailant or if you were helping. Nobody knows anything. But you can certainly take chase after those other ones or do something else if you'd like.
So I am going to cast Fairy Dust and tell everyone that I single-handedly saved the death.
Awesome. Fairy dust on yourself?
I think it's a 30-foot radius for every.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, fairy dust. Okay, I'm thinking of fairy fire. Fairy dust is very different. Okay. Let's see. How's that work? Is that a reflect or a will save?
Each creature in the area must attempt a will save.
Okay, and the area is what? Fairy dust.
30 feet, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
DC is
Does it say
19.
19. Okay.
Or my DC.
Lou, you
Plus
got to
mine's
roll
spell
a. You've got to roll a will save. 13. Okay. So you will definitely fall victim to whatever he's gonna say, right? All right. Go ahead and let's hear. So you say that you're the savior of the day.
So I tell everybody not to fret. You know, some things did go down, but luckily me and my merry band of sidekicks banded together and kicked out the bandits under
All right.
my strong hand of leadership and my devilish good looks.
Everybody around you, Lou, you fell victim to that, right?
Yep.
I mean, you were included in the group, anyways. So
And I'm leaving.
everybody seems to buy everything you're saying. This guard that's way over here by the door, the well-mannered guard, shouts out like, "Yes, yes, you and that crew of friends of yours. Yes, yes, all of you, not just you, but yes, all of them." And the devil up here, the old Scratch, is just hissing in Infernal, but no one can understand him anyways. So, yeah, nice, very good. What do we got? Old Scratch's turn just went up. Anybody else want to do anything? Is anyone going to pursue those guys, or do we call them lost?
Could. Are we going through?
I'm at your turn now. Yeah, Inverness.
I don't
So
necessarily want them to just get away.
All right.
you got one unconscious guard, but you don't got you got a dead guy that was the boss, and you got this lady over here that's trying to escape. This seemed to be someone in charge as well.
Turn to Saul from across the room and say, "My dear man, I believe you've been made a pigeon. I'm loath to make church work of this business, but I believe I can chase down this grog blossom for you, if you would like."
If you please, no one makes a pigeon out of me.
All right. Rub his hands together. So he's gonna go over the podium. I think I could just get her like movement-wise.
Okay.
I don't know if you would allow like a tackle in the last action there. I want to try and take her down.
Let's do it, because I just have a feeling that if you don't, she's coming up and she has a 30-foot move speed. She will end up outrunning you on this next turn.
I'm still having 90-foot feet. So
Right.
I could, but like, how long am I gonna?
Right.
All right. So I do need to do a.
For time's sake, I'll let you tackle her if you're going to reach to her.
Right.
It'd be an athletics.
Yeah. Do I need to do anything to get off the podium? How high is it? Or is that just a?
It's not bad. It's
Not too bad.
6 foot high over the
Alright.
railing. You know, it's probably 3 foot raised with a 3 foot railing. So
I get a little ache in my hip, but yeah. Let's see, let's- 21.
yeah, you got her.
Nice.
Tackle her down. Should she take some bludgeoning damage from that?
Sure. If you want.
She tumbles down and is also unconscious. Could be the confusion. Could be she hit her head on the way down. So yeah, you got 2 unconscious bodies here.
Nice.
And we're gonna say that this other thief here, obedient thief, way outside the door, does manage to escape with his life. I think that is end of combat, guys. Very well handled. There's a big commotion going on. People are shouting. People are looting these tables of chips all over the place. A couple of drunks coming out from the bar heard the noise, and you see them like just trying to tip tables over. A couple of them are lifting up the serving girl's skirts, just causing all kinds of trouble. And Saul is fervently and very, very, very angrily making his way to the podium right now. Good combat, man. You are all going to get a little experience for that. 55 experience points. And he goes up to the podium, and feel free, I mean, after, does anyone want to loot anybody else, actually, as a matter of fact, while we're doing it? Which one? Okay, yeah, you're right there. You take a look at her, and she's got a rapier, a hand crossbow. She's got some studded leather armor on. Obviously, it'd be kind of hard to loot it right now, but she's got 10 bolts. She's got a smoke stick, lesser, and she's got 17 gold pieces. And I will tell you that there's plans to probably loot these guys after, but anybody that's like right on top of one of them, I would say, lesser smoke stick. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Well, nobody else. Who else was unconscious?
Angvar's dead on the podium.
I'm gonna go check him right now.
Okay. Are you right? Yeah, you're like right near him, right? I just, if anyone's there's gonna be loot anyways from these guys, but I would just say anyone that's right on top of them, like adjacent to any of these guys, can do a loot. Like Lou, you looted that one dude.
Yeah.
And it's up to you guys. Whoever is right next to them can either keep everything that they loot right now to themselves, or show it to everybody else afterwards. But yeah, I think Lou, Inverness are probably the only ones right next to anybody that would be able to do looting right now. Saul's calling everybody's attention. Yeah. Is there anything on the table? No. It all got tipped over, and huh? Yes, it's on the floor. Yeah. And just shoveling. All right. Give me. Saul sees you and he's like looking right at you, and
I'm gonna try and do a sneak.
okay, give me a stealth then. This guy is getting his ass taken right now, so he's not wanting to see all of his chips disappear. 17. Okay, you managed to get yourself 3 gold worth of chips. He did just do a collection of chips and brought them to the safe, so there probably would have been more earlier. So Saul steps up to the podium, trying to wave his hands, and he's having his guards shout for order. Attention! Attention everyone, if you please. I must apologize, but we will clearly be needing to close the casino and get everything back in order. I am extremely sorry. This is very unprofessional. It happened while I happened to be in the back room. I have the Overlord's gendarme on the way right now as we speak, and we must clear everyone out of here as fast as we can. They need to look around. They need to ask some questions. We did manage to catch some of these perpetrators. I apologize. I understand that none of you had enough time to come even close to winning this tournament. We're going to postpone the tournament for now, and I promise you there will be more chances to win the Devil's Gold. For now, please make your way to the cashier desk. I promise I will pay you out at your current chip holdings 110%. Also, while you're there, if you'd like to, my cashiers will give you a ticket. Bring it back at a later date, and we will either refund you your stake coming in here, your entry fee, or we can credit you at a later date. I can't, until I pay everybody out their 110%, I can't give you that right now. But come back later when we reopen, just a few days to get this back in order, and we'll credit you that. And everybody, you can tell, are still very upset. A lot of people are just leaving, especially a lot of the drunk people, not even bothering to line up and get any chips. But for the most part, they realizing that getting 110% of their current chip holdings is definitely probably better than what would have happened if they stayed in for one person to win the tournament. They would only probably get 50% if they cashed out earlier. So they're befuddled, they're angry, but they're sucking it up. They're waiting in line. And if any of you guys are starting to like approach the podium or like bringing Thuvalia, he sees you guys all standing there, and he looks at you and thanks you. He says, I want to thank you all. Seems I owe you quite a debt for making sure things weren't a complete disaster here. I mean, the tournament will be a loss for sure, but we will bounce back thanks to you. Why, just the fact that these patrons are lining up so complacently, they must be afraid to make more of a fuss with all of you standing here. Yes, this is... Yeah, I think I taste success right around the corner. Now, speaking of payout, I'd love to get all of you folks squared up and on your way, and I have a couple of questions for you. As you see, I only caught the tail end of this disaster, and it seems some of my guards were blinded by whatever that flash was. Why don't we go upstairs and talk a few minutes? Have a couple of bottles of fine Kelfiac Red that I've been waiting to open. On me, of course. And he looks at you all for a response. Anybody that's going to follow him upstairs?
I clear myself away from the 3 serving girls that were really into me saving the day. I'll walk up with him.
All right. Everybody following? He has his men, Hans and Bayar here, are like his big, they're the biggest guards that you guys saw. They were the ones on the podium with the chest. So they're carrying the unconscious Thuvalia and these other... What's that?
They are?
Yeah.
I was going to say,
Oh, yeah, you can. I mean, certainly feel free to carry anybody that you'd like. That's your right.
I was going to bring her right upstairs at the meeting.
Okay, that's cool, man. That's pretty impressive for... How old are you? 58? She's a
spry 58.
She's a chunky bard.
Flipped him with his legs.
So you all follow upstairs, and
At mention of the gendarme, I give a little boo. I look around and see anybody from the safe.
You see Saul's lips kind of turn up at a little bit of a smirk when you boo the gendarme. He's not a big fan either. So he brings you guys all, and feel free to move your characters over here into this little room with the fireplace. He has Hans and Bayar get a big roaring fire going in the fireplace. Everybody can make themselves comfortable on the couch or stand if they'd like. He gets the people that are unconscious all kind of bundled up, tied up on a chair near the door, and you see a big, brusque, dwarven man come in, and he points towards the dwarf, and he says, "Everybody, I'd like to introduce you to Lar Felden, our house manager. He will be cashing you all out at 150% of your chip holdings for your help. We really appreciate it. It was really brave of you. I didn't see anybody else survive, or anybody else pass their will save against that blinding flash. Laura, why don't you get these other boys," he's talking about Hans and Bayar, "why don't you get them to work downstairs, seeing over the cleanup, and go wake up Bojask. Last I saw him, he was already drunk beyond conversation. That was before the doors even opened for registry. If he's done any more damage down there, I may have to introduce him to our new friends here. I swear that man costs me just as much as on his days off as he does when he's working." And then you see Saul kind of cock his head, and you can see that he's listening, and as these other as his guards and Lar Felden go downstairs to start doing some cleanup. He hears something, and he makes his way south of the room that you're in, ducks around through that doorway, and comes right back. He says, "Oh, yes, they are here. Quickly, help me loot these men, and you guys feel free to split this evenly." So you all get to split 30 gold pieces, a sickle, if anyone's interested in a sickle.
Communist day.
Thuvalia was already thoroughly looted.
Do it thoroughly.
You also found 3 more shivs. And that is it. So the gendarme they come storming in. They're looking all over. Saul yells, up here, and they come and they're going to take these guys away. Does anybody have any objection to them taking these guys away yet? Saul's kind of wanting to keep Thuvalia around to ask her some questions, but she definitely needs a doctor right now. But he's thinking, any guys have any sort of healing abilities? I could go down for a potion down in the basement if you'd like, but I'd like to ask her some questions before the gendarme take her away. You want to just do like a medicine check?
Oh yeah, or I have like healing touch thing.
Okay.
I don't know how much she gets back from it though. I'd say.
Yeah, you just got to bring her back conscious, really. Which I'm not even going to make you roll or anything.
Okay.
You can just do it. I don't think you're going to have trouble with it in a controlled environment right now. So he wakes her up and asks her, what the hell was this? What, you think you can come into my casino on my grand reopening and cause a scene such as this? You guys barely made it out of there alive. One of you died. A couple of you died, actually, right? The guard died too. A couple of you died. Only one of your men escaped. And for what? We haven't even found the chest that you were trying to loot. What was it all for? And she explains that it wasn't her plan. She was going along with Angvar. They had met a hooded man, never got his name, on the wharves about a month back, who hired him to knock over this tournament just pretty much as ramblings of the tournament were becoming big, and just as people were starting to talk about it. So he must have known about it pretty early on. But she swears she doesn't know a name. All she knows, she was supposed to meet the guy back on the docks in about 2 more hours or so to give him the winnings, or to give him the loot. And that is all you can get out of her at the moment.
If we ask her, like, what she was going to get out of it, is she expecting payment? When she gives the chest, is she getting something in return?
Yes, she was. So they were paid half already, and the other half was to be received upon completion of the job and delivery of the gold, or the silver, 10,000 silver.
Other than the robe, was there anything super noticeable about this guy that hired her?
Other than what?
Other than the robe, any distinguishing?
Nope. And it's fairly regular around the wharves and around Riddleport, anyways, to meet people in the dark and have them ask a job of you. And it's definitely a very crime-heavy. No one even asks questions if they're professionals in the industry. They take the work when they can find it. So it doesn't seem too. Maybe it seems unusual to outsiders, but Saul seems like that checks out. And he's just kind of thinking, rubbing his chin, thinking about it. And the gendarme come, and they're a little bit impatient. They wanna get after anybody. They heard that another thief did escape, so they want to get after him and take him down to the Overlord's mansion on the island and ask some questions, try to get to the bottom of all of this. So Saul thanks you after the gendarme leave with the assailants, and gets you all sitting down, opens up the Calfiac Red, pours you all a glass, and introduces himself formally. My name is Saul Van Kaskerkin, as I assume you all know by now. I own this establishment, put quite a large sum of my own coin into it, in fact, and I'd like to see that coin go to some good use while I'm yet alive. It's my first real attempt at going legitimate here in Riddleport. I've been here since I was only a lad, back in the old days, when pirates still owned the whole area south of here, and the Overlord and all of us others fought for what was left in the north. I used to run errands for the pirates back then, just a little wharf rat I was, until my father warned me that the tide was turning, that the crime lords would be running things in short order. So I changed allegiances, and, well, I guess you could say that kind of became my modus operandi, as it were, and as it may be my downfall as well. I climbed the ladder, kept climbing the ladder, worked for one boss for a while, and I'd leveraged that experience for a better job with someone else, and so on, until by my mid-20s I was running the arena fighting game all by myself. I had a nice little empire, really, before it was all taken away from me. My fortune, my family, and my left hand. And you remember that he has a key stump for a left hand right now. It all seems to make sense now. I tried to move, tried to get away from it all, but this is where I'm meant to be. It's where I'm meant to die. I really don't have anything left for me in the criminal world here, so this, and he motions to the gambling hall, this is it. And it seems that all the enemies that I've ever made here all seem to know it. They would just love to see me be completely ruined. And he looks you all intensely in the eyes. His eyes are kind of getting a little bit watery, real fierce. I think I know the crew that pulled this job tonight. Tell me, the leader, was he the tall man there that was laying dead on the podium? Long, dark hair, those commanding eyes.
No, you're sorely mistaken. A small halfling bard.
A halfling
She's
bard.
calling the shots.
Oh, yes, I know that old one-eyed trollop. Yes, she hangs with him. I've seen them in here a few times with a small group of thugs. Almost had to throw them out a few times too, but I will say they keep a good handle on their men. I can say that much. I believe they've run the protection racket for just about every crime boss in Riddleport over the past 10 years, except for me. I almost approached him myself for the tournament, but I've been hesitant to dip my toes back into that pool. Dirtier and stinkier than the Velashu River itself, if you can believe it. And he looks at all of you for a laugh, and nobody laughed. So he gets a little bit straighter, gets a little more serious. Anyway, I'm sorry. I must say I am truly impressed, obviously, by your capabilities. How you all came together to control the situation down there. My men said that you were absolutely instrumental to minimizing our damages. Yes, I believe you may be just the folks that I need to turn this luck of mine around. Keep these crime bosses off my back. Maybe I can finally find some peace and happiness, something to be proud of. So, I have a proposition. I want to hire you all as specialists, junior partners of my casino. You could help me run the day-to-day in whatever capacity you like. We have all kinds of positions open right now. You guys remember that as everybody was getting all pissed off, several servers, dealers, bouncers all walked off, just quit right on the spot after this whole fiasco. Anyway, this would all just be a cover, of course, for your real purpose, which would be to act as my personal bodyguards, messengers, consultants, and my eyes and ears around town. If you accept, I could offer, say, 10 gold a week to start, as well as a cut of the Goblin's weekly profits, assuming we can get back into working order as soon as possible. I could also extend free room and board to any of you who may require it. Well, what do you say?
I think we must discuss privately.
Oh, yes, take your time. There's half a bottle of this Kalfiak here. Let me round up my men to make some formal introductions. But please, I'll be back in just a moment for your decision. So he steps away. He goes. He actually steps back into that room to the south where he ducked out of there real quick when he heard the gendarme coming. He ducks back down into there and closes the door behind him.
So,
What do I think?
I'm gonna take it. I need the work.
I'm just like drinking. I'm like, huh? What happened? Take what?
Lost in the moment.
How much do you guys think that he has in this place? You know, in the vault.
You're looking to knock over the casino, eh? That's a plan.
Just brainstorming. Make this, a profitable venture.
I like that idea.
I see. We'd have to have quite a bit to sustain the four of us. I hope it's alright if I refer to us as the four of us. It's just, we made a pretty good team.
Then I just stare at the gnome menacingly.
And I just blow my fist again.
I have a little leftover blood and I just kind of clean it off. I'm like the four of us. Just repeat it.
Yeah.
Very well.
Well, I'm definitely in.
Put a
Let's
hand
do it.
in the middle.
Everybody hands in.
Tomorrow, do you?
Rinri's very quiet. Don't have school tomorrow.
Come on, tall girl. Join us.
Nobody tell them how old I am. They might kick me out.
How old are you?
Yes. Tell us all about yourself. Life story. Out with it.
I don't know.
Or no more alcohol for you.
You hear a knock on the door. Invernius, I believe, put his hand into the middle. Omi obliged. I think we've got Lou is raring to go. She's probably reaching up to match where their hands are.
I want to go over and
You hear the knob slowly starting to turn.
I said, 1 second, I'm naked.
And he popped.
That's basically me saying I'm in. I picked Lou up and put her on my shoulder.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. Very cool. I like the camaraderie.
I
I
like
like
to
it
think
up here.
we each lead with a different thing. Like one of us like go team, and I was like Alpha Squad. Like 4 people, so 4 different names.
He comes
Only
in.
the band.
He slowly comes in, peeking in, just as your hands are going down from the hands in the middle and everything, and
I make
he has a
show
little smirk,
tying off my
but
robes.
allows you all to say it yourselves. Well, have you thought it over?
Thought one over.
Are you in? Are we partners?
So
And he puts his hand in the middle.
we're all gonna
Man,
need double.
right on his groin.
Need double. I assure you, you'll have a take of the profits, and how's about if profitability increases, I will increase your bonus every week.
I could work with that.
What do we
Right.
say, partners?
Very well, partner.
I wouldn't say partners, but yes, I'll help you.
Hans,
Oh,
Bayar,
now.
come on in.
She's so droll.
And you see Hans and Bayar, the 2 bodyguards. They come running in. I'd like you to meet our new partners. They're going to be working undercover beside you. I think that you'll agree after tonight that we could all definitely benefit from their talents. Hans and Bayar here, they've been with me for over a decade, nearly as long as Lar, the floor manager. Where did he get off to anyways? And just as he's asking it, you see the dwarf come running in. It's just steamrolling into the room, huffing and puffing, dabbing his forehead, sweating all over the place, trying to catch his breath. Saul! It's Bojask! He's hurting. Pigsaw's gone wild and he's tusking about all he can see down there. Be damned to the hells if I could figure out how he's got free. But they're they're in the ring. And Bojask, he's bloody right pissed, he is. One of them's gonna die for sure if we don't get down there and talk some sense into him. And Saul kind of wipes a little sweat off of his brow too. Turns to the party. If you'll excuse me, please, make yourself at home. Finish that bottle. Should only take a short while. Feel free to look around. I assure you anywhere you're not supposed to be is locked. And then Lar chimes back in. Actually, Saul, if you don't mind me saying, we could probably use their help. And he looks back at you again and gives you a little bit of a shrug. He says, well, I guess we'll see how good you really are, won't we? And I think we'll find out what your response is and everything else next week.
Right.
Hey, nice work.